Okay, Brian, repeat your answer. What what is absorption rate?
It's the if we turned off the faucet for new houses hitting the market, it would be the amount of time it would take for the current inventory to run out.
Exactly. So what I'm looking at here is this is I do absorption rate in Northern Virginia. This is, as you can see on the bottom, Alexandria City, Arlington, Falls Church City, Fairfax County, and Fairfax City. I was used to just do, and I got several of these absorption rates, but what I determined was actually most helpful was putting it in price order because that's how people shop. They don't shop all of Northern Virginia. They shop in the 400,000 or the 500,000 or the 800,000 price range. So what you're seeing in this chart here, this table is of all of Northern Virginia, what I call the Beltway areas, this is what the absorption rate. So let's take the 800,000 here. I have 120 active right now. I did this report this morning. Of the last 30 days, 169 houses in this price range went under contract. You take 169, divide it into 120, and you come up with a less than one number, 0.71. So 0.71 times 30, which is 30 days, is roughly 21 days. So we have a 21-day supply. If nothing else comes on the market, it'll take 21 days to get rid of those 120 houses. So that's what Bryant was explaining there. Overall, the market is a 0.96, but on the top end, the $2 to $3 million range, you see that it's a normal market. There's a 3.4 month supply. So that's 90 plus 4 times 30 is, so it's about a 100-day supply there in that price range. Okay. And I'll be sending this out so you can take a look at it. This is the $1 million market in Northern Virginia, same geographic area, but you can see from the lower price element to the $1 million price element, it's a little bit slower, but it's still a seller's market all around until you get over 2.5 million. So even in a $2.5 million price range, it's still a 2.79. Now I added on to this one, the $1 million one, the days on market average for these actives. So right in the middle of the table is a 1.5 to 1.599. There are 27 houses on the market. They've been on the market average 59 days. 25 have gone under contract in the last 30 days with a 1.08 seller market. So that's how this table works.
Hey, Anthony, I just had a random question. I remember you talked about what is your definition of the luxury market in Northern Virginia? I can't remember what that number was.
It's actually everything over 2.5 million.
2.5 mil. Okay.
Right. Now, the number I got there, Brian's bringing up a good point. When I was at family reunion this year, I was in a luxury market section and they said, well, what's luxury? And we get it. Some areas, we would submit that most areas luxury is everything over $1 million. But they said what we go by is what is your top 10%. So I got home in February, I ran the numbers, and in our area, the top 10% is anything over 2.5 million. So our luxury doesn't start till 2.5. Scott, what you got?
I just wanted to point out for everybody. So at the bottom of Anthony's charts here, he's source is bright and he's got these 5 jurisdictions. If any of you are looking at the NVAR historical data, the tab that they have that's Northern Virginia, are these 5 jurisdictions.
Yeah.
So just to compare the two.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, we in Greater Northern Virginia is a user definition. NVAR, we used to have what we would call Greater Northern Virginia, and we just added on Loudoun and Prince William County. You'll see some that I have here where I've gone a little bit further out on that. So this is the absorption rate for $1 million market. And here's the DMV absorption rate by region, by counties and cities.
Okay, Mama, this is more like.
What's that?
Sorry, Anthony.
No problem.
No, that was my daughter. Sorry, Anthony.
I was gonna say, wow, that's one of our younger agents.
He's learning. He's learning. Sorry about that.
I missed it yesterday. Did you go over how you calculate this, how you go and do this every day? Like I probably think I missed it if you went
No,
over
I
it.
didn't do this yesterday. Yeah,
It seems
good
like it
question.
takes forever.
When we get done here, I'll go live with this table and show you how I do it.
Cool.
So you guys can take this, because what I'm going to send you is the PowerPoint. And this is what you're looking at. This table here is actually an Excel spreadsheet, and there are formulas in here. So if you did 200 here and 100 here, this would automatically calculate to 2.0. So it's a pretty nice thing. I'll send that out to everybody. But you can see in the jurisdictions, City of Alexandria, Arlington. I've begun tossing Falls Church in with Arlington, because Falls Church City is such a small market. I think you guys know my philosophy on that. It's like, I think out of the 307, 20 of them were Falls Church City. So it's just so small. I thought for measurement purposes, I'd butt it up against Arlington and just put it in there. Washington, D.C., look at that. Normal market in Washington. Talked to several agents who have condos. What am I going to do? Because you reach a point where there's just not enough fish, which are the buyers. And you don't want to keep dropping. You don't want to take a $400,000 condo down to 250 when it really is worth 400,000. It might be it's worth 400,000 and it's going to take 120 days to sell it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the new reality for Washington, D.C. So y'all see what's going on there. And then this is the towns in Fairfax County. So Springfield has always been one of the hottest market areas in our region. I mean, since I started this table back during the short sale years to see what was going on, because I had short sale absorption rate and normal market absorption rate. That's how I started this. And it was just by zip code. And then I started doing towns and types of properties and things like that. And Springfield has historically been the hottest market, or at least the lowest absorption rate consistently. So it's at a 0.38 right now. So that's that's not even a 10-day supply. So very hot market. Now, some of these are a little bit different. Like you see Annandale and Burke. Those are one, I call it, when I talk with buyers that are coming into the area, I say, well, that's a 1 zip code town. Alexandria, I think, has 3 or 4 zip codes. I combined Centerville, Chantilly, Clifton, and Fairfax Station are more like type of markets. They are butted up against each other, but they're also like the area of Fairfax County where you have the 2+ acre homes. More rural, if you might say that. Falls Church, these are like 4 or 5 zip codes. Springfield is 22150, 51, 52, 53. So it's a 4 zip code town. And I got Vienna and Oakton, because Oakton's also a 1 zip code town, but it's right next to Vienna. So I put those together. And then all of Fairfax County is a 0.85. All right. So that's the absorption rates on what's going on there.
Hey, Anthony, just to stick up for, City of Alexandria where I live, we have 15 zip codes. Just
in the city?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. Had no idea. That means you got a lot of people in that small area.
And every time I leave Cameron Station, I see that on the roads.
All right. So the question Bryant had was, well, how do you run this? So let me just I'm going to do a sample here. I'm going to copy this puppy. All right. Okay. So when you guys get this later on, what you're going to do is you're going to open it. You're going to double click the table anywhere, and bang, you just saw the Excel spreadsheet is now live. So if I had 200 here and 100 there, you saw it just changed to 2 month supply. Okay. So what I do is I go into search in Bright. And what this will do for you is help you to understand what's going on with a market in a particular area. So let's say that you're in, I know Springfield pretty well, so let me just go there. I'm going to go to Fairfax County. And I even though I might like some of these cities and townships, if you did Chantilly, for instance, okay, and this was your search that you did, you see you got 47, and then you toss in Fairfax County, and it drops to 24 because there's a Chantilly in Loudoun County. So that's why if you do Alexandria, you needed to stipulate, well, do I mean Alexandria Fairfax or Alexandria City? It's two different things there. But when you get into how do I do absorption rates, what I do is if I'm looking at Springfield, for instance, well, that's such a small, let's say Fairfax. Do Fairfax. It's a 4 zip code town and it actually has some inventory. And so I have I've got 96 in Fairfax. That's active. So I got this 96 number here. So if I wanted to use this table, I'd flop down to, this is my sample, right? Yeah. So I got Fairfax, got 96. Okay. And then I unclick the active and I go over here to agreement of sale date and I do 30 plus. That's the last 30 days. All right. Now I do 127. So it's a 0.76 in Fairfax. Okay. Because that's what I was just doing. Now, let's look if I did single family, townhouse, condo. Okay. So what you're doing now is you just did single, you did all of it. Now let's just do detached. There are 59. Well, let's see right here. Take away this one. There's 56 detached. There are 28 townhouses, and I toss in these semi-detached homes with that. And then there are 12 condos. So now I'm really getting it down to the minutia here. All right. So I unclick my active. I go back to here. It's 23 for condos. So condos in Fairfax have a 0.56 month supply. 41. Wow, look at that. They have a 0.68. Single family has a 59. So now I've pinpointed what's the absorption rate for each one in this marketplace. This is the condos, the townhouses, the single families of Fairfax. All right. Now what I do is like, let's take one that I have an actual, I've got a townhouse and I really want to narrow it down. And this townhouse is in Vienna, Falls Church, and McLean area. So I'm going to say how many townhouses, and I'm going to go with that with total garage spaces with 2. See what I'm doing now? There's 20, but there's only 12 that have 2-car garage that are active. And in that market area, 19 have gone under contract. So that tells me this is a really tight market. Let's just go back down here and say what I had 12. And I'm still not selling. What's the problem? I'm still not selling.
You're too high. Price
Too high or
condition.
condition. Yeah. It's not condition. So I'm too high. And agents are walking through it. Okay. They're showing it. So it's not even not getting shown. But you see how the absorption rate can help you. Now, we have been consistently in a seller market for so long. Now, this is the GetSmartCharts.com. This is a side system for Bright.
Can I ask you a quick question about smart charts?
Yeah.
When does it flip from having the April numbers to the May numbers?
It's usually about the 12th.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So we got about 5 or 6 more days, and then they'll have the May numbers. So you've got a few things. This is a dashboard for Fairfax County, and this is everything you get with a dashboard. I don't know. I subscribe to it, which is like, for me, I think the last time it was like $160. I just pay my whole year. But there are some free segments here. But I don't know where the dividing line is. I know when you log in the first time, you sign up, and then they'll say, do you want to pay? You just say no. You still have an account. You still have access to some of these. Okay. $199 if you pay annually. Okay, well, it just went up for me then. I didn't know that. It shows you how close I watch my stuff. It used to be $144, so now it's $200. So these are showing you what's going on in the county. Then these are showing you in the towns what's going on in the county. This is median sold price. And so when you're talking the market, what's going on, you want to keep up with these things. Like here's Falls Church in Fairfax County. Prices are up 4.9%. Also, what I want to know is what's going on with listings. Look at that. So listings are in April definitely made a move up. Okay. And you're hearing people talk about that, and it sounds great and it's fabulous and all that stuff. But here's the thing. When you get to the market activity of listings, okay, and you go over the last few years, this is why we're having the market we're having. Yeah, sure, they're up. But look where we've been on this. It's not making a dent. See, back 7, 8 years ago, this is the market we were in. I could go out, I'd show you 20 properties, and we would go buy something. But then I've got the market activity. It has stayed the same. And this is the conundrum. We're constantly selling the same number. The height of every year is roughly 16 to 1800. Okay. 17 in 2020. This one was June 2020, but that was a backup because of the shutdown earlier in the year. And then we got right back to the right. Now it's dropping so much because we just don't have the inventory. And that's the difference on this. So I want to understand not only that, oh, that's an absorption rate, I get that, but after years of having an issue with not having enough inventory, this is eventually what happens, and you're just lingering here. And folks, when it's like this from 2020 till now, the absorption rate lingers at that 1 month supply. You have to, as an agent, start really marketing more. You've got to go after people that have been in their homes for 10 plus years. You got to go after people like me who are about to retire. I'm not about to retire, but folks that are in their 60s and 70s, the kids have moved away and they're like, I'm going to North Carolina. You want people in that bracket that are leaving the area, military, retirees, folks that are selling their parents' house who passed away. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Or people that are being transferred out. That's why the military and government, that's what you're looking for. Because with the number of jobs we're growing, and I didn't get into this yesterday, but we're growing so many jobs, we're just not building enough houses. And because of that, you need to keep up with this data here. But for you as an agent, this needs to change your modus operandi on how I'm going after property. Absentee owners, military, government, retirees. Those are the ones that can sell right now. Okay. Any questions on that? Good deal. All right. Well, I don't have a lot more to talk about, except this was the pricing and this is what's going on in the market. This is a good little puppy right here. We're now, for all homes in Fairfax County, we're at 739. Like I was showing you yesterday in the, you have some graphic numbers that are available to you at nvar.com, but they give you this number here. The average price is, $750. What most people want to know is, well, what's my average price? So this is single family, and then this is townhouse, $640 in Fairfax County. The value of this is you get a call from someone and they want you to come in and talk to you about their property in Vienna. You're able to go in and say, well, in Vienna, the average townhouse is $765, the average single family is 1.4, and the average overall is 1.3. But in the last year, you see what's been going on. In 2, 3, or 4 years, this is Vienna pricing. Look at that. So it's been moving up consistently in Vienna. You take this, you can download it, slap that on a piece of paper, and you've got some unique charts for their area. There's also, you can do a community. So this is showing you what's going on in this particular community. Now, the prices are roughly the same. You see here, though, in a limited community like January, the reason there's nothing there was no sales then. Because you see the market activity was only, a hot market was only 9 properties. But this is really great for going into a property where the community. You can look at the pricing trends for that community, see what's going on. It really does a lot of the research that you would do on here at the click of a button. Definitely worth the $200 a year, I think, because you just click this stuff out, put it in a folder, take it with you. You've already done your research. And then you can get a line chart here as well. All right. Any other questions? No. Kind of a short one today. Unless you guys got questions or comments on how to do stuff.
I have no questions, but thank you.
All right. Good deal, folks. Thank
Thanks,
you. Have a great
Anthony.
weekend.
Thanks, Anthony. You too.
All right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.